And we are somewhat taking care of business here at Lake Effect Radio, streaming live at lakeeffectradio.org/studio with the N and J Hour, talking about your disgrace of or embarrassment of the Cleveland Browns.
I agree.
Besides the mic cable going dead.
Yeah, that's why we're a little bit late today, but hey, better late than never.
Stupid mic cables.
Yeah. Welcome
So-
to Kirtland U on the Hill.
No, that's just the industry. My cables just go bad, and it's no
You
telling
have
when
to
I...
shoot me down every time, don't you?
Oh, the worst? 2 years ago, over there in the corner, it was a 3-piece band. So two of them brought their amps and that, and a drum set in that corner.
Right.
And we came up with this thing of they were going to like play in, then get into whole questions and that.
Mm-hmm.
The guy over here, like near that monitor and that, he started playing that, and like at the tail end of his song, that his amp went, and I had the mic one off, right?
Uh-huh.
Because of them playing in that. I go to turn that on and talking that, nothing.
Oh.
Thank God that one that's sitting there on the counter.
Good thing you
So,
have
yeah.
backups in here.
His amp goes and that. The mic went too. It was a very interesting end of a night at like 8 o'clock at night.
I believe it.
So, yeah, just bad timing. Mic cables have just really bad timing.
Yep.
So, on that end,
I actually watched this game.
you actually watched this
I
game?
actually watched it. Not for the sake because I was interested. It was more for the sake I never get to watch football. So I'm like, I'm going to watch football.
Here, we can lead up with this. The Cleveland Browns lost again.
It's 2 hours of my life that I will never get back.
It's actually more 3.
Well, I got home like towards the end of the
Oh,
first
end of
half.
it?
'Cause I was
Okay.
working during the first half. So
So, yeah. For those that didn't know, yeah, the Browns ended up losing again. But it sounded really convincing to that they could have done really decent, though, with the whole drum entry of that. We try.
mm-hmm.
You
We do.
gotta try and change it up every once in a while.
Right, we
man.
can't have glass breaking every time we talk about the Browns. So
Yeah. Even though, yeah. So what do you think?
what do we talk about? Just the fact that there's no players on this team, or hey, there's the glass breaking. They're just bad. And not even funny bad, like depressing bad.
This is true.
It's not like a few years ago when like we couldn't make an extra point because like the ball got snapped and hit off Alex Mack's leg. That's funny bad. This is depressing bad. They're no fun.
It's true.
Outside of like McCourty and Garrett, no one really stands out on defense. Joe Thomas is a stud like always. Those are the 3 guys that actually show up. Duke puts in effort, but
Yeah. True.
I think
Yeah.
the Hogan experiment is over after a week.
Yeah, I would give it another chance.
I've been hearing rumblings that it could be Kessler going this week, so
I'm sorry, if you're going to sit him that because he's not catching on yet, it doesn't say much of, well, just sit out a game, and if he does bad or does bad in that, we're going right back to you.
that's why I said Kessler could be going this week, so that's
Yeah,
what I've heard.
That's sort of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to sit him, actually
I think you're
sit
thinking
him.
Kaiser, not Kessler.
Oh.
Kessler, the quarterback from last year.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that we forgot about.
Yeah, the guy who came in and we were
The
like,
guy
oh,
was
it's his
like
job
this.
to lose.
We actually had to think of all these QBs. This is actually a good application of Jeopardy thing for once.
For once. It's been highly abused in my time
by Tim.
Yes, and you also.
Not as much.
My first go around, you did it quite a lot. Not as much as Tim, but
Besides every once in a while, Tim hitting all of them.
yeah.
All at one time. No, you missed that one. Here and there this semester, he hits all of them at one point in time.
All the hot buttons?
Yeah.
I see. So did you hear this report about how the Browns almost drafted Watson this year?
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah, apparently Hugh had texted Watson and told him be ready, and here they traded out of the pick when it looked like they were going to grab him. So
Who knows if that's actually correct or not.
I could believe it is. One of my buddies said thinks that Hugh wanted Watson but got overruled. He says he heard Sashi, Hugh, Greg Williams, Barry, and Haslam were all indecisions in who to draft. That's a lot of people giving input on the draft.
That's a lot of people.
Not
including him saying he's going to get the football guys, Haslam. You're not a football guy.
No. Why is Haslam even still putting input on the draft? Did he learn nothing from the Johnny Manziel experiment?
This is true.
He should be nowhere near the draft room.
Except the only time he should be near is when he comes in and he needs to shake the hand of the guys after they already picked them.
True. I'll give you that. I will give you that. But he should not
be on the premises.
He should not be on the process of deciding who to draft.
Yeah. I'm still convinced, though, the whole Johnny Manziel fiasco, and that went down because of Pilot J and that having issues, that he was just trying to make
the money from the jersey sales. That's it.
I'm really convinced that was the whole thing of that.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
So,
and apparently, late last night there was like a report that like Jimmy Haslam is starting to interview like head or front office candidates, but then that report was shot down to be false. So who really knows what's going on in Berea?
Yeah. It sort of more goes down. I actually have something for that. You really want to know?
Sure.
I actually had to look it up since it's actually not one of the hot buttons in that. So, give me a second. It's actually quite fitting for describe our front office of the Cleveland Browns.
Here we go. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's fitting, isn't it?
Oh, this is so fitting.
This is a Cleveland Browns in a nutshell. But let's face one thing, they'll never be the actual hero in that the song.
No,
or the highlight of it. But pretty much the inner fighting war that in between it.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever watched the show Friday Night Lights?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll kind of know what I'm talking about here, but you know how on Facebook he has like those memories and stuff you can like reshare from your past?
Mm-hmm.
Well, was it like a year ago or something? Like there was a report that LSU found out that Eric Taylor isn't an actual person. He's just a fictional character. And so they couldn't hire him as head coach, so they were scrambling around. So he shared it and tagged my buddy, be like, so does this mean that my dream scenario of Eric Taylor and Matt Saracen coming to the Browns can't come true? I feel like that would be the Browns' only chance of ever being somewhat good.
It's so many issues with the Browns, you can't even start.
I said somewhat good.
But the thing is, even them to be somewhat good, it's still so many other issues that had to be addressed.
Eric Taylor had to deal with Buddy Garrity. He can do it.
You got to deal with the front office that, let's face it, analytics and that, it's more like this.
Of murder in the first degree.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
no! Oh no! Oh yeah!
That's sort of what the analytics of it I've been getting.
If anyone could do it, Eric Taylor could do it.
It's kind of funny we can take all these cheap shots at Cleveland Browns.
I mean, we gotta do something on a Monday.
Well, it's not like they actually give us any good material to actually use.
No, they don't.
So, you got to make it sound a little bit better than what it is.
Last time I was truly excited about the Browns, both Peyton Hillis and Colt McCoy were on the Browns. That tells you how long it's been.
Yeah. So they're going to let Kessler possibly start this week.
I've been hearing rumblings it could be Cody Kessler this week.
That'll be interesting.
I'm going to see if there's anything more.
Really, I would just let Hogan one more stab. Because what do you have to lose at this point?
You really don't.
You know, you have a rookie that he's still doing the same. The one thing that burnt me yesterday, and that was even before the game, was Josh Cribbs. How they do the pregame whatever show and that off of what's Action 19 and that.
Uh-huh.
The one thing that burnt me beyond belief of he's sitting there defending and saying all the interceptions or decisions Kessler's making and that.
Kaiser, you mean?
Or Kaiser, whatever. It's all on the wide receivers and that.
Some of them, yes, but not all of them. There's times when he's missed open guys.
And he even quoted himself of, we'll go to a film room and I could show you that on film. So I have one thing for you, Josh Cribbs. Go and show me the one pick during the Pittsburgh game that was a Browns player within 5 yards of any direction where that ball was going to. What Browns wide receiver? The only person there was in yellow and black.
Do the Browns have a good wide receiving core?
No.
No. However, Kaiser seems like he just simply, at the moment, does not have the necessary vision to find the right guys. It seems like he
Or he throws them to the opposite team.
It kind of seems like at times he just kind of stares down the one target and misses other guys who at times are open. So that's something he really needs to work on.
Yeah. But, well, yeah, that's like a good example of he could sit there and justify and show film of it. I'm sorry, Josh Cribbs. You were sort of a little bit of a wide receiver in that. You were a return guy, pretty much a gunner in that, on kickoff returns, special teams return men. Here and there played some snaps as a wide receiver. You were a QB that was more in a wildcat that you mostly ran it. You don't know QB. Not including if you watch some of those passes, you can't honestly say the one he threw to the linebacker of Pittsburgh that was at a Browns wide receiver.
Right.
Brown wide receiver was even within 5 yards of either direction. If you could sit there and say that to the fans of Cleveland and actually believe that, I'm sorry, sir. You don't deserve to be on TV. Yes, I had to go after Josh Cribbs after hearing that.
I don't really blame you, so.
But yeah, that's the one that burnt me before even the game started of hearing that baloney.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I almost want to make a Twitter in that at one point in time to just tweet at him and say that.
You should have.
Going after the Ohio guy. Well, whatever.
What hey, look on the bright side. The KF season kicks off tomorrow.
That's the only one good thing out of this whole experiment we have going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, at least the Cavs are going. You can forget about the disgraceful Cleveland Browns for once.
Yes,
Oh, I mean...
Browns have gotten me to the point where I only care about two things right now. Cavs kick off tomorrow, and The Last Jedi comes out in December. That's it. That's all I care about.
True. But like most Here, I actually have something really funny.
What's that?
Of most Brown fans, this is what they're feeling deep down inside, though. The ones that actually, or, the bleed orange and black, they're actually thinking
You
this.
want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Most true Browns fans, that's what they're asking. And that's the response they get back today.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've heard that, because when I was here before, it got played all the time. It's the first time since I've been back I've heard that play.
I still kept it around.
Cool.
Because let's face it, Cleveland Browns give us a good opportunity to use that.
True.
And it actually is a good, meanly used button.
Very, very true.
So, I had to give that.
Mm-hmm.
But trust me, I have many other things. Like Jimmy Haslam now, you know what he's doing right now?
Counting his money?
He's probably seen up there laughing.
Could be.
But yeah. Let's face one thing. This team's going to go 0-16.
I feel like they would at least get one win again. If the team last year can get one win, I think this team can get one win.
I can believe that they could shoot themselves in the foot from winning a game. I can't see them actually winning a game. They're really good at shooting themselves in the foot to lose a game, though.
Right.
I'll give you that. So, we'll stay tuned to that episode and that.
Yep.
The only good thing is, you could say one thing out of yesterday.
What's that?
Kenny Britt didn't play.
True. I guess apparently now he's been injured, so that was like news, I guess. So
Something like that.
anytime Kenny Britt does not take the field, I'm happy.
You're more like... well, compared to what many Browns fans think anymore when he gets on the field. Let's face it, most Browns fans, that's what they're thinking anymore.
Go Cavs.
That's a good end off with the Cleveland Browns segment.
Yeah, I can't take it anymore. I just can't take it anymore.
To Wednesday.
Yeah, till
Let's see
Wednesday.
what else.
We'll talk
What
more
else
Browns
of a
on
train
Wednesday.
wreck? Whether Hogan's starting, Kessler, whoever, Jimmy Haslam, maybe he'll get behind center next. Something like that.
I think, you know what? I think Sashi Brown should start at quarterback this Sunday so he can see what it's like to be quarterback on a team with no talent.
He's not going to do it.
I know, but it would be funny.
But many fans, they're like... That's a great idea.
Sashi Brown is the perfect example of what happens when a lawyer is able to get a millionaire out of legal trouble. He went from team lawyer to running the team.
True. But, though, this week, we actually hit some... We can go to college football and that. Did you like all the different upsets out there?
Ooh, there were quite a few.
7 out of the top
Clemson,
out of 25.
I don't remember all of them. I know Clemson lost, but...
Yeah, Clemson. That was hilarious. Except I said, yeah, something's going to happen in that.
I ate my words when it came to Texas, so I had to eat my hat.
I was hoping, though. So...
They almost pulled it off. Almost.
It's always next year.
Yep.
Yeah, Clemson, that was a shocker. Except
Yeah.
The one thing I don't agree with, they only dropped to 7 or something like that. They should have dropped 9 in the rankings.
I'd probably agree with you.
But yeah, Clemson lost Syracuse, Washington State. They ended up getting pretty much nailed by Cal.
Yeah.
because I had to say 37-3. It's pretty much, you just got handed.
Mm-hmm. Did Ohio State move up?
Yeah. Not including Arizona State.
What's Ohio State's ranking now?
I gotta look that up.
Okay.
This is actually past week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Arizona State taking out Washington. That was kind of funny, a little bit. Because whoever would thought Arizona State coming out and taking out one of the top 10 teams.
Right.
That was actually a little bit hysterical. Then, LSU taking out Auburn.
Mm-hmm. That was a big one.
Michigan just made it barely by the skin of their teeth. Yeah, then let's see who else we have. Yeah, that's a funny thing. Ohio State, they roll past Indiana. What does Michigan do? They barely skate past them.
It wasn't even... The Ohio State-Nebraska game wasn't even a game.
Well, I'm just saying Indiana,
Yeah.
because they already played. Yeah, Michigan ended up winning by 7. It had to go to overtime.
Wow.
That's a little bit embarrassing.
That is a little bit, yeah.
San Diego State, number 19, lost Boise. Then who else we have? All Navy getting taken out by Memphis. Then you have Texas Tech by West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was some big upsets in that. 7 out of the top 25 got taken out today, or this past weekend, which is actually kind of interesting in that.
Right.
So, it's somewhat interesting in that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I cannot wait for the Ohio State-Penn State game. That should be a really good game, I feel.
yeah, 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
So, yeah, be interesting to see what happens in that with that. So,
Indeed.
yeah, welcome to Bells and Whistles and Parties and Things and that. But let me go to this week.
Ohio State moved up to number 6 this week.
Yeah, 6.
You've got Alabama, Penn State, Georgia, TCU, Wisconsin, then Ohio State.
Do you have where Clemson fell in that?
Clemson's at 7.
Since where Ohio State dropped, they would have to drop them more down
True.
than where they are.
Miami's 8, Oklahoma's 9, and Oklahoma State rounds out the top 10.
I somewhat disagree with the dropping of ranking in there.
Is
But
what
we'll
it
find
is.
out. So, I don't know. What? You want to jump to a quick song, Matt?
Works for me.
Hey, we'll get back to bells and whistles and making fun of Bossman later.
Cool.
It starts with
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on, didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to be will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
welcome back. So yeah, that's an actual real thing. Louisville terminating their head football or the basketball coach, whatever his name is, dude.
Rick Pitino.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the real news for a second.
What?
Over the weekend, Taylor Swift was spotted in London filming her new music video in a kebab shop. That's the real news.
No, that is the real news.
Yes, it is. To me, Jeremiah, you know me. That's real news.
She deserves to be fired.
No, she doesn't.
She deserves to be fired.
We're just gonna agree to disagree on this, okay?
She deserves to be fired.
No, she doesn't. She's an awesome person.
Awesome person removes her music off of Spotify and that because
she's a business person. She's a smart business person. She put it back on.
So one out of how many artists?
She put it back on. She was trying to send a message that these streaming services should actually give artists more royalties than they actually do. Because it's actually very little that Spotify gives to artists.
Yeah.
It's fine if you're a mega artist, but if you're a smaller artist trying to break in, it really stinks for them.
Well, she should have thought of that in the first place before when she went into it.
She put it back on. So,
I still don't give her any credit, though.
She's an awesome person. You're
No,
just
she
mad.
isn't.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to shake, shake, shake.
Just shake. She's just gonna shake you off, man. Shake you off.
No. I'm just hoping that she will write a song about me so I can sue her. I would be that person.
We're on two different ends of the spectrum.
Of what? Wanting to sue her?
That and, like, you don't like Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift, so.
She's not a person to me. But to that, Louisville voting to terminate dear old Rick and that. Did you somewhat see this coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, most of everyone in that.
Yeah, it's not really a surprise. I mean, that program could be getting the death penalty, so.
Which that's going to cause a huge shocker in March Madness.
That'll be
this year.
hilarious.
Because more than likely now, I doubt any of them. I wonder with the NCAA, if they're going to let athletes have the opportunity to transfer out to other places. They have nothing to do with the investigation or anything going on.
I think
other places.
You could see something kind of similar like what happened with Penn State's football. They'll let guys play and not have to sit out a year. So.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Because more than likely, yeah, this... You sort of knew it was going to get ugly, but it's just getting more uglier and uglier than that.
Right.
But we shall see with the activities. Oh, I didn't realize the FBI's in on it, too.
What even happened really at Louisville? So, because I'm not even 100% sure. I just know something big happened.
So I'll pull this up for you.
All right.
So, yeah, voting of all that. I forgot off the top of my head. The booklet's conversation. See, voted. What did happen that I forgot off the top of my head?
I'll look it up on our own time. Here's
Yeah.
some NFL news, but apparently Teddy Bridgewater has been cleared to practice again. So.
Huh. That's somewhat shocking.
Yeah. 14 months ago, doctors weren't even sure that he could walk right again. So.
Well, how about Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, he went down. That's a big loss for the Packers. When I
God,
mean
I don't
big,
have
I
him.
mean like the doctor coming and just appearing big.
Yeah. Thank God I did draft him in my fantasy leagues.
Same.
So, that was sort of a huge hit in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Discount Double Check.
Yeah, he's sort of wishing that now.
Oh, yes.
just a little in that. So, yeah, you have that. What do you think about tonight in that between Houston and New York? Think Houston's going to finish off New York?
Who's pitching tonight?
Let's see. Let's see what you can click on. So, Sabathia, Charlie Mount.
With the way CC has pitched this postseason, and I mean, like, he's turning back the clock to 2007, I'm going to pick the Yankees in this one.
I'm going to go Astros. Just for the sake of I just want them out.
Like I said, it's just because of how well he's been pitching. That's why I'm picking Yankees for this game.
Possibly. We'll find out on that. Let's see other news, especially since you mentioned about the Cavs and that upcoming and that.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, did you see this story? That Perkins is joining Cavs G League team?
What's the G League team?
I don't know.
Because I remember I heard that the Cavs told Perkins if his comeback isn't successful that they would sign him on as a coach. But this is new. I don't even know what the G League is.
Let's see. NBA G League is the National Basketball League Association official. The minor league basketball organization. So it's pretty much almost like their farm system.
Oh, okay. So kind of like the D League or something, like the developmental league?
Yeah.
They must have, maybe they changed the name to G League.
That's just weird.
Yeah.
I'm going to flat out tell you that's just pure weird.
Yes, it is.
But, whatever. We don't name these things.
Right.
It's not much of an input we have in that. So, I don't know what else we have in it.
Let me think here. We have the Cavs tomorrow. Prediction on a Cavs game tomorrow? Is my mic on?
Who are they facing?
The Celtics.
Celtics?
Yeah.
I would just hope that they would take out the Celtics.
I would hope so, too.
Flat out, just say it. Yeah, just beat the Celtics. That's flat out.
Apparently, the Cavs are planning, like, a video tribute for Irving tomorrow.
I would just not. You know?
That's what I read. That's what they're planning, so.
I wouldn't even go there. Just, you know, hey, thanks and that, blah, 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 shake hand, move on.
Right.
With, you know, wanting traded, whatever, whining, crying, stuff and that, and all that. Just, let's agree one thing. It's it's time to just, you know, hey, great job, that, thanks for bringing a championship, and that, you're on your road, and that, we're on ours. Best of luck to you.
Right.
No video tribute, no, you know, whatever. That's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
But what do I know? I'm just a college student. I can make decisions like that.
You and me both.
So, yeah, I don't have much more than that.
I got nothing.
Well, till Wednesday, which I know the Browns will give us more information of things to mock them about. Let's face that.
Yeah. Wednesday, we'll recharge the batteries tomorrow, and we can talk about the dreadful Browns on Wednesday. So.
And whatever the afterfall of the first Cavs game of the year.
Yeah.
And then maybe see upcoming, you know, college football games and that coming.
Right.
See if we can throw out Because it seems almost each and every week some teams are getting upset in college football. It started to turn into like 2000, what's that, 14?
Hmm. Hey, the more the merrier. Just hopes Ohio State climb quicker. I just
No,
hope,
I'm just hoping Alabama takes a dive.
yeah, that'd be cool. I don't expect it to, but that would be cool.
Whoever thought Clemson would.
Yeah, really.
Except I was sort of hoping deep down inside just because.
Understandable.
I wasn't going to lie. Deep down inside, I was sort of wanting that to happen. So,
Right.
until next time, boys and girls, and that.
Catch you later.
And we can blame Matt Bossman later. You've been listening to the N&J Hour?
Bossman broke our equipment hour.
Or, yeah, that's true. After fixing the mic cable, I'll give you that.